FantasyEsque, and welcome back to the Sims 3 Fairy Amazon Royal Saga with the Verdington Fae Court. Our queen, as you can see, is in a miserable mood right now. She is just hungry, she's tired, and she's very cranky. So the queen woke up this morning and she realized that she did not like the way that Astrid has been talking to her. She did not like that Astrid argued with her yesterday, just before we had Lilac's birthday party. She did not like the way that she and Astrid fought, and she has decided that Astrid needs to be punished. This cannot be left alone. She cannot allow Astrid to just go about doing whatever it is she wants. Now, yes, the queen has been growing, I don't know how or why, this dislike and suspicion of Astrid, who is her niece, for a while now. But that's been in the background. It kind of resulted in a physical altercation yesterday. But the queen only kind of tipped over into this way of thinking that Astrid has to be punished when she witnessed Astrid and Saffron arguing with each other, or disagreeing, having like a disagreement at the breakfast table. And the queen, when she saw that Astrid was, being just as difficult with her wife, Lady Saffron, the philosopher, she felt as though that gave her license to kind of do what it is she wanted to do, which is punishing Astrid. So if we look at Astrid's relationship panel, she is disliked by both Saffron and Queen Snow. So, if it was just Queen Snow, I feel like our queen would have been kept in check maybe by Saffron or someone else. But because both the queen and her wife have a problem with Astrid now, the queen feels as though it's warranted. Like, nobody should stop her from doing what she wants, because it's obviously not the queen's problem, it's Astrid's problem if she is being difficult with several Sims. So the queen has thrown Astrid into, it's thrown her into this little area. So Astrid has been imprisoned, and we don't really know what's going to happen with Astrid at this point, unfortunately. Thankfully, when she went in, her needs were pretty good, but, she doesn't like being outside. She just does not. So this is probably going to get to her at some point, but until then, we'll have to see what ends up happening. Now, her mother, Celine, and another thing with Astrid, she's not exactly close with her sister. She's not close with, Avalon. Avalon doesn't have a good impression of Astrid. So, she, unfortunately, is just not in a good place with the royal family members, which is, bad news. Now, the one she's closest to is obviously her mother, Lady Celine. And then she is actually friends with her cousin, Lady Azalea. And that's pretty much it. She barely even gets along with Lilac. They have no relationship with each other. So actually, Celine and Azalea have been taking turns to, beg the queen for forgiveness and try and get the queen to release Astrid, or give her a slight punishment, and that's it. This is the first time that an altercation has happened. Astrid will learn from it. She'll be better. Even Azalea, she's been trying her best. Oh my goodness, honey. You need to be reset, woman. Okay, reset her. She's just not feeling her greatest right now. Let's reset her. But yeah, even Azalea, she has been trying to speak to the queen and telling the queen that, this is the hero. Azalea, Astrid didn't mean anything bad by it. She's just trying to look out for the Fae court and make sure everyone's safe. Maybe she's not expressing it in the right way, but you know, she's still young, she will learn. And we should try and foster a good relationship between her and between the next generation, because Astrid is, you know, going to be in charge of the next generation's security. So she has been trying her best to help and convince the queen as well, but the queen hasn't been in the mood to listen. She's more or less ignoring them, and because she's got such little patience, they're unable to spend a whole lot of time with her to try and convey their point of view. It's kind of going in one ear and out the other. So things are looking a little bit dire, guys, for Astrid. And I feel really bad for her. I mean, she was our first baby in her generation to be born, the first baby of this court. So we were all kind of really, really fond of Astrid. And, you know, her parents are famous. Prince Callum and Lady Selene. Everyone absolutely adores Astrid. Like, the kingdom adores Astrid. So I feel like, you know, people, they would want the queen to forgive her. And I feel like even if Astrid is made out to be a, you know, villainous character for fighting with the queen and fighting with the queen's wife, people, I think, would be a bit reluctant and hesitant to believe that Astrid really has it out for anyone in the Fae court, because, you know, she's good. She's a good sim. She has a good heart. She would not do anything terrible like that. There must be a reason why she was being so adamant with the queen and why she's having, like, disagreements with Saffron. So we'll have to see what ends up happening with that. Hopefully she does get released. In other news, Princess Avalon, guys, has acquired 2 out of her 3 skills needed for the proving. So she has recently maxed her logic skill. So that is really cool for us. She's got 1 more skill to max, and then she will have completed her proving. So this is like a very, very important time for her. We're getting to the end of the generation. Hopefully things go smoothly and this whole situation with Astrid gets fixed, because I don't think we want to end on a sad note exactly. Let's turn on all the lights. Okay, and we'll be back hopefully when everyone is in a better mood, maybe when the queen's awake and Selene along with Azalea can speak to her a little bit more. It's 7 a.m. on Monday, and Astrid is in a really bad way, guys. She is really hungry, as you can see. Her hygiene is really low. I think she's peed herself a couple of times over the course of the night, and she is so exhausted. She keeps passing out and getting back up because it's so cold, and then passing out and then getting back up because it's so cold. Now, after Azalea and Selene have spoken to the queen, like, they've been trying so hard every single waking moment of the queen to get her to release Astrid, to the point where the queen's kind of being pestered by them. But the queen has promised them that she will release Astrid once Princess Avalon completes her proving. That's kind of what she's promised. She said that I will release Astrid when Princess Avalon completes her proving. And hopefully that's enough motivation for everyone to work hard. So through the night, you know, Selene and Azalea asked Lady Morida for her help, and Morida's kind of been sitting on the fence here, but Morida worked through the entire night to make a bunch of enlightenment potions so that Avalon could hopefully complete a proving, you know, while Astrid is still doing fine, before she gets any worse in the cold. And, like, this is the worst time for the queen to be doing something like this, because it's like winter. She's having to be out there in the freezing cold. So she's already, like, been there for a whole day. But Astrid, yeah, she's, at this point, like, nothing she says is going to affect the queen, and I don't think Astrid put up much of a fight anyways. She is quite proud, so when she got put in there, she kind of just dealt with it. She's the type of person, I feel like, who's not going to back down. I mean, it's in her hero genes, right? she's not going to back down. She's not going to, like, a meek personality. She has certain beliefs and she will abide by those beliefs. So, Avalon, let's focus on, what is she doing? Let's focus on getting you to drink potions and getting you to level up, complete your proving, so that Astrid can be released. And hopefully you doing this in kind of view of Astrid is going to motivate you a little bit to work hard. So let's get it to do that. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Handiness level 2. Okay. I mean, she's got a couple skills that are at level 9, so fingers crossed one of them is going to work out. Also, guys, I have gone ahead and linked a Google document in the description where I have given, like, alternative names / descriptions for a handful of the skills in the Sims 3. I've gone ahead and I think listed all the skills in Sims 3, but I've also, for the ones that I felt were like too advanced or too modern, I've gone ahead and given them alternative names. So like all of the musical skills, I count that as musical meditation, because listening to certain sounds kind of puts your mind to ease. So that's kind of my version of the meditation skill. And then the ones I can remember off the top of my head, I think advanced technology is like alien technology. Bot making is like mech magic. And then we have visionary skill for photography. We've got politics skill for social networking. And I think there were a handful of more that I can't remember off the top of my head, but if you guys would like, you can go ahead and look at that document. And I think, like, I've listed the skills, and then the ones that I've given alternative names / descriptions for have been highlighted in pink, or I've written them in pink. So feel free to check that out if you would like. But okay, come on, Avalon, come on. Astrid's life is in your hands. Astrid's life is literally in your hands at this point. Guitar level 2. So with the different instruments, they're kind of like meditation for that particular, or through that particular instrument. Musical meditation through that particular instrument. I was also thinking of whether I should keep it as musical, like as meditation, or it should be like a patron of the arts sort of thing. So less of a skill, more like your Sims enthusiasm for that particular music. So let me know what you guys think about that, actually, for the music, like all the music skills, because that was my original idea. So right now it's like meditation, but do you think it should be, rather than the meditation skill through a particular instrument, should it be instead like your Sims enthusiasm for that particular instrument? And so, you know, they are a patron of that instrument because they're enthusiastic about it, not necessarily that they want to play it, but maybe that's just something they are fond of theoretically, perhaps. Okay, what happened? Did that help in any way, shape, or form? I think she got what? Her drum skill up and some other stuff? Ah, darn it. Darn. Okay, well, work on your martial arts skill then. Go practice your martial arts skill. Astrid's life is on the line. Poor Astrid. Poor Astrid! Why did you have to get on the Queen's bad side? Not even just the Queen, you had to get on the Queen and Lady Saffron's bad side. Okay, Avalon is training really hard over there. Hopefully she can get her skill up in time for Astrid to be released. But also, I think Morida isn't gonna sit still. Morida is going, because, you know, she promised Azali and she promised Celine that she would help. She is going to try and mix up some elixirs, so hopefully they can help the princess along with her skill through that. So come on, let's go back down. Let's go back down. Let's try and work on some of our potions, because this is essential. This is important. Hold on, Astrid. Don't worry, Astrid. We're gonna get you out. We're gonna get you out. Don't you worry. Just hold on a little bit longer. All that endurance that you have been practicing and training up as a hero, please use that now so that you can last until the princess has completed her proving. And I mean, the queen has given her word to the ladies that she will release Astrid. So we just need the sorceress to work really hard making potions. We need Avalon to try and practice her skills in between all of these potions that she is getting. And hopefully then everything will have a good ending. Ah! We don't have gems! Okay, we need to go. We don't have the gems we need. I mean, we have the gems behind us, but those gems are too pretty to use because they're cut gems. So can we go to the elixir store? Let's go to the elixir store. We need to buy some ingredients. And what's this? Okay, the queen, she has had another delusional episode. She's no longer socially awkward and she is now excitable. Okay, guys. So the queen is really excitable at this point. Right. Which you might think, and as she's disciplined, you might think that, oh, this might mean the queen's in a better mood and she is going to be more agreeable. Maybe she's going to reduce Astrid's sentence or stop making this whole thing as extreme as it has turned out to be. It was only supposed to be a simple punishment, but now it's become, it was indefinite, and then now it has a really kind of threatening deadline. But no, this whole thing just means that the disciplined one, the queen, is gonna abide by the rules that she set, or she's gonna abide by this whole thing. She likes to see that her daughter is training so hard to complete the proving because someone else's life is on the line. She likes that. And because she's excitable, these kind of things, it's making her, like, she's having so much fun. She hasn't had this much fun, or she hasn't been this excited about something in a long time. And just the situation, how precarious it is so thrilling to her. So she, I don't think, is going to soften up at all right now. Okay, Morida, we're kind of counting on you as well. Let's try and get some potion ingredients over here. Let's see, let's purchase some potion ingredients. Oh, if we could have some like potent enlightenment potions, or some enlightenment potions we could buy, that would also be great. It would save us just a little bit of time. Okay, come on, Morida. Come on. And especially because, you know, Morida has lost a daughter, I imagine she wouldn't want the same thing to happen to another lady of the Fey Court. So she'd probably try her best to make sure that she can help. Okay. Done it. We've got no enlightenment potions. We'll try and stock up on a few ingredients so that look, we don't run out of stuff that we need when we're back at the palace. Come on, Morida. Come on. Let's grab some of these. Done. No effective potions! I was hoping we had, like, we would have a, enlightenment potion, but darn it. There's none! There's none to be had! Okay, Morida. Come on, let's get a final batch. Oh, Haven and... Haven? I thought you and Silva were having a thing. But... Oh, that is so odd. That is so odd. I'm just realizing because Haven is Saffron's stepson. Oh my goodness. Oh my... I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Ah, that is so odd. Haven, that is your stepmother, my dude. What are you doing? Okay. Unfortunately, no potions and then no ingredients for us to get, so we're just gonna have to go back to the palace with what we have. But we're gonna have to dive into the potion making, like, as soon as possible. So Morda, let's head back there. Avalon, how are you doing? Where's your skill at, Avalon? Where is your skill at? You're not even halfway through. Okay, Avalon is trying her best, but I think we're having to... She's gonna need those potions. She is gonna need those potions. Aww. Okay, Morda, it's like almost 3 p.m. right now. Look at the queen. She's like out here looking at all these little creatures. She's looking at Avalon. She's looking at Astrid, and she is just so happy right now. We were all wondering, you know, when the queen is gonna strike us with her madness, and it seems as though now's the time. Now's the time where she's decided to just stop being unmad. Okay, Morda, I need you to head down, and I need you to go and mix up your elixirs. Don't worry about the queen. Look at this! What is... You know what? I think everyone is very nervous about the queen right now. I think Morda realizes that the queen is sensitive when it comes to Astrid right now, so she's trying to just get along with the queen and appease the queen. But yeah, you can kind of see things. Look at Azalea. Azalea over here, she's like protesting. She's protesting, I feel like, what's happening with, she's protesting what's happening with Astrid. She's like heartbroken over it. She's protesting what the queen's doing over here. And Astrid, Azalea, she's always been kind of close to the queen. I mean, she's the queen's niece. Like, you know, within the same generation. And she's always kind of... We can make a vial of potent enlightenment. Oh my goodness, yes, please make that. But yeah, she's always been on the queen's side and, you know, on the queen's good side. But this time around, I think Azalea feels as though the queen has crossed a line and she feels like this is very unfair. Because Azalea knows that Astrid, you know, is good at heart. So she's kind of upset by the fact that the queen is like being this drastic with Astrid. I mean, she has affection and gets along with all the kids, and Astrid is her cousin, so she doesn't want to see her cousin, you know, go through something like this. This is just terrible. Astrid's never wanted anything bad for anyone. She's always tried her best to make sure that everyone stays protected. She adores her family members in that way. But, you know, as she's been getting older, she's just having more and more disagreements with the queen, which kind of makes sense because the queen is, you know, a little bit flighty sometimes, and she makes certain decisions that might be nonsensical, so obviously Astrid is trying to be the responsible one here. But, okay, Morda, she has 3 potions. Let's just give those 3 to Avalon. And Avalon, where are you? Okay, you need to go to the restroom, that's fine. Deal with your bladder, and then we can drink up some potions. You can have a nap outside. Or, you know, in the games room. So let's drink, let's nap, drink, nap, and drink and nap. Okay guys, let's see. Let's have a look. Please, please, please. Please complete your proving, woman. Please complete your proving. Okay, she's got drums, level 8. Oh, well, she's got drums, level 7 and 8. Oh my goodness, I just realized all 3 of these elixirs are potent. Potent? These are potent elixirs, right? Do they work if you take a nap, or do you have to sleep? Do they work if you take a nap? I think they do. Photography, oh nice, guys! Well, not photography, but, you know, visionary skill. She has gotten level 10 of the visionary skill. That means she's completed her proving. She's gotten all 3 skills. She's gotten all 3 skills. Okay, Avalon is literally going, she's hungry as heck, but she's going to rush outside, and she is going to tell her mother, She's gonna brighten her mother's day. She's gonna tell her mother that she has completed her proving and Astrid can be left out. I mean, Avalon doesn't exactly get along with Astrid. Like, they don't have a good impression of each other. Even though they're cousins. But Avalon is, you know, a good princess. She's a good sim. So she wouldn't want to see someone, even her enemy, I think, suffer in that way. So, even if she's, even if she's not... Why are you so loud? Who's talking? Are you singing in the shower, Azalea? But yeah, even if she doesn't like Astrid very much, or, you know, she doesn't have a high opinion of her, she wouldn't want Astrid to suffer like that. Especially, like, in the dead of winter. It just seems really cruel. Or is this the beginning of winter? It just seems very cruel. I think it is the beginning of winter. So she is going to speak to her mother, and she is going to let her mother know that she has completed her proving, and Astrid can be let out. Let's go let Astrid out. I think she's learned a lesson. She'll probably be a lot more careful around you. You know, she knows her place now. She won't argue with you anymore. And, yeah, we don't have to escalate this anymore. Everyone kind of knows that you are in charge, and that is that. So, Snow is thinking about this, and, you know, she's telling Avalon about her experience in life and her experience as a fairy, and if there's one thing that she's learned, it is that people do not learn that easily. So, and also, she has learned that others cannot dictate the decisions that a queen makes, because it is up to the queen to make those certain decisions. So she is telling Avalon that, you know, she's glad Astrid's situation helped to motivate Avalon into completing the proving. She feels as though her daughter was kind of dilly-dallying for a long time there, and finally she got around to proving herself. But the queen has changed her mind. The queen has changed her mind on releasing Astrid. But because everyone is, you know, so keen on fighting for Astrid's rights, Astrid's life, and they kind of don't necessarily want to abide by the queen's decisions, the queen is saying that she's going to improve Astrid's situation just a little bit. She's going to improve Astrid's situation, and she is going to... Who is this? Kyle Delaney? Oh my goodness. Saffron is like not even here. Saffron is not even here. She just doesn't care. She's going from person to person, from man to man outside the palace right now. Makes sense. Life in the palace is a little bit chaotic at present. But the queen is gonna let the Jelly Fates decide what is to be done with Astrid. The queen is gonna let, and now Zuko, oh my goodness, Zuko's asking Silva on a date. Why not? Haven, you were supposed to be with Silva, but you're like busy doing other stuff. But yes, the queen is gonna let the Jelly Fates kind of decide Astrid's fate. But also, she is gonna let the Jelly Fates improve Astrid's condition a little bit, because at least Astrid will be able to eat something. You know, she's been hungry for a very long time, and she probably shouldn't be left to starve. So she is going to arrange for a jelly bean bush to be given to Astrid. And I think she's told everyone that she's gonna let the Jelly Fates decide. So Astrid is gonna eat 5 jelly beans, and if the Jelly Fates spare her, then the queen will also spare her. But if the Jelly Fates decide to take her life, then that is the punishment that has been decided by them for the way Astrid has been behaving towards the queen. So now everyone's more or less holding their breaths because the queen has promised to arrange for a jelly bean bush. So they're kind of waiting on that to come through so that, you know, fingers crossed, Astrid can survive this. And I think what everyone else is feeling as well is that now that Avalon has completed her proving, if Astrid can overcome this incident, then all they have to do, they don't have to wait long before Avalon challenges her mother and Avalon becomes queen, and then Astrid and everyone else will be kind of safe from the queen's madness. So that is kind of what everyone is... Oh, where are the lights? Where are my lights at? I think that's what everyone is... Are the lights on? Turn on the lights. Yeah, but that is what everyone is hoping for right now. Guys, something absolutely tragic has happened. Astrid is dying of starvation. So, yes, the queen did promise everyone that she would listen to their pleas and leave things up to the jelly fates, and she would get a jelly bean bush for Astrid. But just like the first time, the queen didn't end up keeping her word. She did not get that jelly bean bush in on time. In fact, she kept delaying it and delaying it and delaying it, making all sorts of excuses that, you know, the household was busy or she was busy, like she went out on a date in town. I swear Saffron has barely been home the past day, doing like the same thing, starting from Haven to whoever else has been asking her out. And so they've all just been waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally that waiting has resulted in, unfortunately, the death of Astrid O'Righton, and I nearly missed it. I nearly missed it, guys. Astrid? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I didn't even have my headphones in, so like I didn't even hear the scary doom music of death coming. I just happened to look at my screen at this moment. Oh, I happened to slide over here to check up on how she was doing. Oh my goodness. That's it, guys. And even Prince Malik's ghost was here to see her death, and like, he's the only one here. And just like that, she's gone, guys. And we have her tombstone right over here. Oh my, look, the queen is just sleeping soundly without a care in the world. Celine must know. I mean, come on. Azalea is literally the only one who's kind of sensed the Grim Reaper right now. Everyone else, yep, oh, she's crying, she knows. She knows. She just feels like something's off. So Celine, she is going to come outside and she is going to check, because she just feels as though something is off, something is not right. So she's gonna come out and she's gonna try and barge in here. She's gonna try and barge in here to see what's going on with Astrid. Come on, Celine, let's go. Let's go. She just woke up in the middle of the night. She had this terrible feeling. In fact, she hasn't been able to sleep properly at all. She's had a very fitful sleep because like a heart has been in her throat regarding Astrid's condition. But she's gonna run outside. She's gonna barge through these gates and she's gonna check to see what's going on. Can you even get here? Come on, Celine, come on. She keeps stopping because I feel like she's afraid of what she's gonna find. But she's gonna run. She's gonna run through in the snow so early in the morning. She's gonna barge open the door, and then she's gonna see that her daughter isn't here anymore. Her daughter isn't here. Only this gravestone. Only her remains. Oh, Celine. Celine. Oh goodness, this is so tragic. She's absolutely heartbroken over this. I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad. The queen doesn't even care. I think the queen, she just finds this whole thing really, really thrilling. We haven't had a death like this in the palace before, or in the Fae Court. But, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So just like that, guys, Astrid has passed away. Astrid has passed away, and I think at this point, look, even Malik's ghost has been woken up, and he's kind of wandering the castle, or he's the palace. I keep wanting to hiccup. But Celine, that's it. The princess is gonna seek out Celine. She's gonna try and console her. And the other youngsters, I feel like... Actually, let's see. Azalea. I feel like Azalea also would come up here. Is the queen awake? Well, the queen's awake. Avalon, come on, let's try and console. Let's try and console Celine. Come on. I don't even know what the queen's gonna be up to right now. What's the queen wanting to do? Look, the queen's gonna go tell a fairy tale because she really doesn't care what happened. Like she said before, she's the queen and she decides what decisions to make, when to make. She doesn't feel guilty about them. It's within her right, as far as she's concerned. But Avalon over here, she's trying to console Celine. Celine's obviously taking this very, very hard. She's trying to cheer up Celine, but how can you, given the situation that Astrid's been in? I mean, Celine's youngest daughter just had a birthday a couple days ago, and then the next thing she knows, her oldest daughter, her firstborn, is being put to death by the queen. And it wasn't even a situation where they were emotionally or mentally prepared for it, because the queen said it was just a punishment at first, and then she kept delaying the punishment, and then she said she'd release her, and then she didn't release her, and then she said she'd leave it to the Jelly Fates, and then she didn't leave it to the Jelly Fates. So, like, this death is coming as a shock because nobody really expected it. Everyone thought that Astrid would be able to overcome it. So anyways, Avalon over here is trying to cheer up Celine, and Celine is going to be honest with her, and she's going to tell her niece. I mean, they have a decent relationship. Like, they have the good impression of each other. She's going to tell her niece that the queen, unfortunately, is just getting out of control. She is not in her right mind. If this goes on, then others might be in danger. And now that Avalon has completed her proving, it is time for Avalon to take that brave step and to challenge the queen and take the crown from her. Because to ensure the safety of, her family members, the court, the kingdom, the queendom, they can't leave it to Snow. They can't leave it to Snow any longer. They cannot trust Snow any longer. If she's done this, like, she could do worse things. So it is time for Avalon to take the mantle. It is time for Avalon to complete, the tradition of the fairies and become the next queen. And I think Avalon here is assuring Celine that she's going to do exactly that. So she's going to go make some preparations, and then we will be back when Avalon is ready, along with, the others, to witness this trial. So she has, the trials left, final trial to go through before she's queen. So I'll catch up with you guys then. Everyone has been woken up in the morning, regardless of how tired they are, because the princess has decided that this cannot go on any longer. Everyone is in absolute mourning. Obviously, the queen, not so much. She is, if anything, faking it, I feel, but everyone else, they're kind of ready to see this challenge through. Like, I don't think anyone wants to wait anymore at this point to be under the queen's increasingly maddening rule. So the queen is going to get things started, and the queen's agreed, because this is kind of what they've all been kind of working towards, is getting Avalon to be the next ruler. So the queen doesn't really have any problems with that. obviously she's not entirely aware that everyone is doing this because they intend to have her removed from power because she's become unresponsible. Irresponsible? Yeah, that wasn't even a word. Irresponsible. And she's just become kind of out of control. So she's going to get things started. She's going to challenge the board. You're kidding. You really, Queenie? She's dilly-dallying. She needs to go use the restroom. You seriously cannot do this when you have to pee that bad? My goodness. But yes, everyone is kind of just waiting. Everyone's in more or less like a terrible mood. Look at them. Some of them have barely slept. Celine has barely slept. Silva's also very, very tired. And everyone's kind of hungry and crying. Come on, Queenie. Let's hurry up. Okay, so basically, in the trials, what needs to happen is... this is kind of like the final stage of our princess taking the crown. Essentially, the queen is going to challenge the board with each of these shots, and then I'm going to note those numbers down, and then it's basically up to Avalon to try and surpass the queen. If she manages to surpass the queen's scores, then she has defeated, or she has succeeded in the trials. She has defeated the queen, and she can now take on the crown. So that is kind of the goal of what needs to happen. But guys, given the queen is dilly-dallying so much, I don't think we will be getting this done in this episode. I'm going to leave off here. When we come back next time, I'm sorry to leave off on such a cliffhanger, but when we come back next time, we are going to be resuming right from here, and the queen will be undergoing, well, the queen won't be undergoing the trials, but, you know, the princess will be undergoing the trials, and hopefully take the crown from her mad mother. So okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, even though it was such a tragic episode, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.